Excuse me. Excuse. Come outside, please. All of you, everybody, please. Move a go. No, move a guy. Move a guy. One. No. Don't carry it like this. Please, just shifting. No. You can go back inside. Shift it. No, okay, shift it, please.
1, 2, ready.
Shifting.
Now shifting, guys. Shifting the people.
Shifting, what now? Rush, shifting.
1, 2, ready.
Come back from that place.
This one P4.
50 again. Twice, shift your side.
Shift your side, push. Put down for twice inside.
It's okay.
One can come.
Please, they can come outside. Give your hand.
We are police. Come out.
Oh, thank you, Jesus. You have been saved.
Bring your hand.
You have been saved. Sorry. Thank you. You have been saved and delivered.
Let him say something.
It's okay. No. Don't put inside my phone. Don't put inside my distance. Go and calm down. Barrister Obama, you are safe. Don't worry. You are safe. Don't shake.
Relax.
Don't shake.
Go fast. Follow. We don't pass. That becomes a no. Follow the go.
Don't rush yourself. Don't rush. We are here. Don't rush yourself.
They are not guilty. Barrister, you are not guilty. Not guilty. They follow the goal. Don't fear anything. My client. Don't fear anything.
They go. My client is innocent.
Yes.
Also, that is the commander's word. Yes.
Welcome back, guys. I trust you've been staying safe. Now, the video you just watched is the video of a lawyer and his niece being rescued by the police in Nigeria after they were abducted by some criminals and held for ransom. Now, this phenomenon is very rampant in Nigeria over the past decades, and this incident is barely less than a week old. Now, when you look at what is happening, you notice that these guys were buried in an underground drainage deep in the forest. And it seems like they are not the first possible victims of these culprits, because looking at the trend and looking at the fact that these guys have been able to devise this location as their point of keeping people hostage and demanding ransom, I think it's safe to infer that they've probably held other people here in waiting for ransom to be paid for them to be released over the period. Now, per the reports, there were 3 assailants who were neutralized by the police, and then others also fled. And this brings back again into focus the menace of kidnappings that is plaguing Nigeria across all the states, or dare I say most of the states, because it seems that all that is required is for somebody to be identified as being prominent or having a form of connection to someone who is prominent, and then just like that, the person becomes a likely target of a kidnapping case. Because in this case, the man is no random person, so to speak. He is a very affluent person. He's in fact a lawyer, allegedly called Emmanuel Ubengama, and the lady with him is his niece. Now, this Emmanuel Ubengama person like I said, is no random person. He's very prominent in Nigeria. Apparently, he's a director at the Ministry of Justice. Yeah, he's a director at the Ministry of Justice in one of the local government areas. And it was gathered that the people who took him and his niece had actually laid ambush to pounce on them when they were going to visit some of their little relatives in school and had just finished and were coming back home. That was when these guys had already laid ambushed and they pounced on them, and the rest is history, to the point that they caught this man and his niece and took them to this hidden underground drainage somewhere in this deep forest. Now, if you look at this lawyer, Emmanuel Ubengama, although he's a man, you can see the fear on his face. You can see that he has been through an ordeal. You can see that he's shaking, and the same applies to his niece. You can see how shaken they were, to the point that even when they had been rescued by the police and they were still in the midst of the police and the police had actually fired a warning shot, you could see the trauma was with them. They were panicking. They were yet to come to terms with the fact that they had been rescued. And this is the sad part for people who undergo such ordeals, because you may be physically rescued, but emotionally and psychologically, you could still be trapped in that situation. And I struggle to understand how people are able to exact this kind of treatment to others in the name of trying to make some money through ransom. Honestly, I don't respect that, because it's basically like holding the life of another person to ransom just so you get paid. And if you are doing this, then what is your essence as a human being? No malice intended, but I think this is a valid question, because one of the annoying things is they would do this behind the scenes, hold people against their will for ransom behind the scenes, take the ransom money without anybody being able to identify them as the culprits, and start living flashy. And then when they are being interviewed as to their source of wealth, they will start saying that it is God who blessed them, and that if you work hard and rely on God, He would bless you like He has blessed them. That is what personally annoys me, because when people get wealth through ill means like this, and they come back being all hypocritical and trying to attribute it to God and His blessings, it has a double jeopardy effect to it. The first jeopardy is they've committed the crime to get the ill wealth. The second jeopardy is it begins to make legitimate people who are grinding and hustling every day legitimately to make money legitimately, and probably even stay spiritual, begin to feel that they are failing. And if they are not strong-willed and principled, they could now get corrupted to take shortcuts and illicit means to gain wealth, because they begin to feel like they've walked the good path, done the good things, and they are still left behind, and this person has gotten ahead. I just don't understand why our society is coming to this. And most of the time, the people who perpetrate some of these activities are usually in the public eye. They do these things clandestinely, so you would never know. I have a case like that on my page, on my channel. John Lyon, very prominent guy in Nigeria, flaunting around, even at a point being spiritual, presuming to be a pastor. And all this while this guy was just the kingpin of a gang who were taking people and holding them for ransom. To the point he even went as far as exacting the same things on his former superiors at his former place of work, because he used to work in a bank and he knew the managers were affluent. So after he exited the bank, he sent his guys to bring them and hold them for ransom. That is how crazy some people are becoming. And to this point, I think that it's very important that wherever you find yourself in your society, you keep an eye out and play safe. Be very careful and don't take anything on face value, because you never know what somebody is planning for you. The world is becoming something else, especially in certain countries where, for example, in some parts of Nigeria, it seems that such activities are gradually becoming rampant. So as you are working hard and succeeding, somebody begins to look at you like, okay, you are a likely candidate for a smash and grab and a hostage situation so that they can take a ransom. It's very pathetic, and my heart goes out to the family and the victim. I hope they will get the help they need to come out of this effectively. And also, my congratulations to the police for a good job done. Just that it seems they've won the battle, but the war is still ongoing, because day in and day out, there are several cases of these incidents coming up in various forms in Nigeria. And I think that it doesn't put the country in a good image as far as the world is concerned. Keep an eye out wherever you find yourself, not just in Nigeria, anywhere. Some of these things are still happening in other countries as well. Nigeria is not really an outlier, just that they may have a lot more, or I may have heard a lot more from their side. But wherever you find yourself, please keep your head up, keep your head on a swivel, stay safe. It's better to be paranoid and safe than to be too trusting and deceased. Subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. Turn on the post notifications, and I'll catch you on the next one. Stay safe out there.